According to Merriam-Webster's dictionary, cabal is a noun. The contrived schemes of a group of persons secretly united in a plot as to overturn a government. Also, a group engaged in such schemes. Recently, Time magazine wrote an article that said, "That's why the participants want the secret history of the 2020 election told. Even though it sounds like a paranoid fever dream, a well-funded cabal of powerful people ranging across industry and ideologies working together behind the scenes to influence perceptions, change rules and laws, steer media coverage, and control the flow of information. They were not rigging the election, they were fortifying it. And they believe the public needs to understand the system's fragility in order to ensure that democracy in America endures." Now let that sink in for a second. The Astor family represents some of the wealthiest people in recent history, with their names stretching back to the 1720s. Their power and wealth are reflected in the numerous important landmarks in the New York area, named after them. Notable family members include many generations of John Jacob Astor, including one perished on the Titanic. Was he murdered for stepping out of line from the cabal? We'll never know. The Bundy family has extensive ties to American politics and government. The several prominent members involved in the Skull and Bones fraternity, Harvey Hollister Bundy and his two sons, William and McGeorge, all had key roles in hugely important Illuminati fronts and projects. These include the Manhattan Project, the CIA, matters of national security, private law, and the Illuminati-founded Council on Foreign Relations. This is one of the more secretive families of the Illuminati bloodline. Little is known about their genealogy or history, but it's suspected that they wield enormous power within the cabal, with extensive connections to New England Satanists, meaning they are key to the cabal's satanic rituals and worship. Possible members include astronaut Michael Collins and actress Joanne Collins. One of the key families of American industry, the DuPont family, traces its lineage back to Paris in the mid-1700s. They have massive industrial, real estate, and commercial holdings in the East, particularly in Delaware. Many members also have connections to Freemasonry and various Illuminati front groups, like the Bilderbergs and the Trilateral Commission. Freeman is another one of the more mysterious and shadowy Illuminati bloodlines. Speculation is that they're heavily involved in the Priory of Sion, a French fraternal organization with a mysterious history. There are also numerous Freemasons involved in the self-help movement, an offshoot of New Age, which is heavily in the pockets of the Satanists. An American political dynasty stretching back generations, the Kennedy name carries with it wealth, power, and privilege. Several held key positions of power in government, including John F. Kennedy, an Illuminati-controlled president. They also have a history of getting on the wrong side of the Illuminati. Several of Joseph Kennedy's children, Joseph Jr., John, and Robert, all met tragic ends under mysterious circumstances. Their power has waned slightly in recent years, but they're still said to hold enormous influence in the cabal. Li is one of the most common last names in China, so it's hard to find reliable information about this particular bloodline. But it's thought that China will play a major role in the coming Illuminati New World Order takeover, using its vast population as shock troops, and cashing in the debt the country holds from the US. Specifically, Li Peng was a key prime minister in the westernization of China, and other Lis in China and Hong Kong hold vast fortunes in real estate and manufacturing. The Lords of Greek shipping, Onassis represents a key European link to the ancient Illuminati rites. Onassis vessels are hugely important in the transit of cargo around the world, giving the Illuminati power over what goes where and when. Top Onassis members, relatives of family patriarch and Jackie Kennedy's second husband, Aristotle Onassis, hold key positions in many Illuminati front groups. They also have connections to other wealthy families and are said to be influential Satanists. Another of the more secretive Illuminati families, the Reynolds line, has massive holdings in tobacco through the R.J. Reynolds Company, addicting millions of Americans to powerful drugs, with the government allowing them to operate freely. As American royalty, the Reynolds family has numerous high-ranking Freemason members, many philanthropic connections, with all money allegedly given to Illuminati front groups, as well as links to the occult and Satanism. One of the least well-known Illuminati bloodlines, this family has connections to the founding of New York City, as well as being one of the many prominent Dutch families in early America. They are said to have links to the fabric of the US government, the wealth and power of Western Europe, and black ops mind control projects carried out in extreme secrecy. Little of this has been confirmed, but it's out there if you know how to do your research. Christian Restorationist minister Charles T. Russell played a key role in founding the Bible student movement, from which numerous religious groups emerged, chiefly the Jehovah's Witnesses. It's thought by Illuminati watchers that these groups are actually fronts for Satanism, funneling members to be used as Illuminati cannon fodder. Other Russells have held leadership positions in Skull and Bones, the Masons, and the US government. One of the most powerful families in the world, the Rockefellers have extreme wealth and power, beyond their holdings in real estate and industry, as well as their political connections. The Rockefellers have given large amounts of money to religious organizations, which are alleged by Illuminati watchers to actually be training grounds for Satanists. They were also instrumental in forming key Illuminati front groups like the Council on Foreign Relations. Last, but definitely not least, when you research Illuminati conspiracies, one name continues to come up over and over: Rothschild. The sons of Mayor Amschel Rothschild established family banks in 5 key European countries, where they are said to have amassed enormous wealth by starting wars and selling weapons to both sides. It's alleged that even now, Rothschild-controlled politicians make their decisions based on what's good for the family, not the people. The Rothschilds own every central bank in the world except 2 and possess 1/3 of the world's physical gold. Still think the game isn't fixed?